Hey guys, it's CSFan001 here. Welcome you back to the walkthrough for Path of Furon with commentary part 12, I believe. Last time we got through a mission and an odd job, so we got through a decent amount of work on that video. This time we're starting the third of 5 missions of Sunnywood.
People don't like aliens.
I know I don't.
Ever seen Invasion of the Body Morphers?
That flick from the 50s with aliens possessing people, I practically wrote it.
Allied Sunnywood Studios is remaking it.
Sounds like a huge hit.
More anti-alien propaganda. Calvin wants it stopped. But if I can take credit for killing the picture, I'll...
Too bad. Could have been a brilliant commentary on the death of 60s idealism.
Of course this is a rip-off of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Plus,
it's a huge
I've never
image
seen.
problem for the Lunarians. I want something to make our position...
why don't...
No, something bigger. A movie. I want the best director in the world to make a movie that glorifies a...
That doesn't make a lick.
Do this for me, and Calvin's inner circle will realize I'm...
Alright,
Kill production of a bad alien.
I can do that. I shall do that now. Speaking of movies, I actually just saw part of a movie on Comedy Channel a few days ago.
Studios, then we'll discuss the best way
It
to
was-
cripple production of this Body Morphers remake and greenlight production of our own movie. Show business is so exciting.
It was called Grandma's Boy, I think. That was weird, to say the least. Especially considering one of the guys, like, screws one of the grandmothers that was a parent that was basically a whore in her time. I saw like 30 minutes of it and I couldn't bear to watch anymore.
Hooray for Sunnywood.
Indeed, they're bringing a race of super attractive morons, docile like cows, and with inorganic whatever others to match.
Let's find those Invasion of the Body Morphers sets and take them apart.
Did you think film production hinges on the strength of its prefabricated? It's the so-called talent that gets a movie green-lit. The producer, the director, the actors, the...
Who should we joke about first? I will say directors.
Directors are out of control these days. I like the old studio system better.
Yeah.
Without a visionary director at the helm, you can't have a real blockbuster movie. Why, who else will completely ignore the script to shoot his vision and run production costs?
That's funny.
That reminds me of a joke. How can you tell an airplane is full of actors? The engines stop and you can still hear the whining.
That didn't really make sense.
I thought writers...
That's true, but even the lowly...
Who needs a writer?
Oh, really? And how would you go about writing a movie?
Easy. I have an idea for a movie, I write it down. You start with fade in, then you have a bunch of action. When you get to the last page, you write fade out, bam, the end.
Yes, Crypto. What about character? Conflict? Plot? Emotion?
That's
Shut
it.
up.
That schmuck. As it happens, I've been doing a little screenwriting myself.
No, great. How'd I guess this was coming? I suppose it's about a holographic Jabberjaw's quest for a new body.
No. It's about a cute little alien who befriends a little boy. And through their growing bond, they change the world's perception of visitors from outer space.
You guys know what that's ripping off.
Friendly encounters of the extraterrestrial kind.
Sounds like a bomb. Who'd pay to see a sappy flick like that?
Everyone! The films of the 70s are too brooding, too patently adult in nature for a mass audience. If you want a hit, you need to make a movie the whole...
First family theme.
Whatever.
Producers are just boobs who hang around and bark orders while other people do all the real work.
I love the writing in this game.
Wait, now. We must get...
I'm sorry, guys, but I really like the writing in this game. It's so freaking funny.
Disco club on the West Coast. Impossible to get in unless you're deemed hip enough.
Hit.
I gotta admit, it's a pretty funny game in that sense. Just they did pretty well with some of the writing. I think it's funnier than 2.
Last time I breezed through this place, I came across this awesome man-eating shark.
An earth creature worth admiring.
No, I realized it was one of those Sunnywood Studios animatic props, but man, it was so real.
Let me guess. You, let's say, expropriated it?
If that's fancy pants talk for stole it, yeah. But I did replace it with a half-functional look-alike, so hopefully their movie will still go off.
I assume that was Jaws that they were talking about at that point. And of course, when they were talking about the boy befriending the alien, that was of course E.T. the extraterrestrial. I would hope you guys know that, even though I have never seen that movie. I love talking about movies.
I picked up the Disco King in a sonic sweep of the area. He told his limousine driver to move on if Studio 51 is running a sausage festival. Whatever does that mean?
I bet I know.
It means he's a ladies' man, Cox. If there ain't any hot babies in the line, he's gonna move on.
I don't know why I didn't just fly the saucer over here. That would have saved some time. What movies have you guys been seeing lately? Because I already talked about the Avengers last video, but I heard that Battleship was pretty bad, and I heard Dictator was okay. I really hope this music does not get me copyrighted.
Hey Tony, you gonna show me those steps like you promised? Yeah, bro, just as soon as I get some model 5 time with my ladies. Hey girls, save some chest here for later.
There's my ticket in.
I suggest you disguise yourself if you intend to gain access to this club.
Alright, let's go on in Disco Fever. Get out of my way so I can body snatch. Was I successful? Yes, I was.
Tony, hey, real quick before you go in. I've been trying to learn those steps you showed me, but my brain don't remember stuff so good. I'll tell you which one. You show me how to do it right, okay?
Who got this human's uncoordinated flailings, Crypto?
Check it out. I taught this one to Travolta.
Yeah, you got the move.
I've got a boogie fever of 105.
Okay, that was pretty bad.
Down.
I can move it, and I can prove it.
Thanks, man. My old lady's really gonna dig those moves. Go on in, man.
Like a one-lit.
Hey, the one ad never sit.
I hope by old lady he doesn't mean his mom, but who knows in this world?
The short story is, I want you to kill body morphers and make my movie instead.
I agree your script has potential. I've spent too much on body morphers to kill them. The sets are nearly finished. I've got Trippleson in the lead role. I've got Lugelberg signed to direct.
Ooh, I guess you haven't heard. Tripleson's out of action.
So what? Actors are a dime a dozen. I've still got my sets. I've got the best director in the whole world. Now get out of my face or you'll never work on this town again.
Ah, what the hell does it take to get a freaking movie made in this town?
A lot, apparently.
It appears the producer needs an alternative form of persuasion. Destroy the body morphers, Sam.
Of course, we're gonna waste all our time going and talking to him, and now we're gonna vaporize everything.
Kick-ass special effects.
I gotta say, what's your guys' favorite movie of all time? I gotta ask you that instead. That's a better question. What's your guys' favorite movie of all time? For me, I would say probably Saving Private Ryan. War movie, great movie. Definitely, if you're a war movie enthusiast of any type, you need to see that movie. One of the best I've ever seen.
And that's a wrap.
I see where you're going with this.
love that movie. I don't know what your guys' favorites are. Of course, there are other movies I've seen that were really good, at least at the time, like Finding Nemo, of course. Probably my favorite animated movie of all time. That was a great movie.
This picture has been rated R. Look at it.
I gotta say, I really liked the Hunger Games movie just because it was extremely similar to the book, and I thought the book was pretty good. That one was good just because of that. I really am going to be curious to see the Uncharted movie if it ever gets to come out. I'd also really like to see an Infamous movie. I think that would be really freaking cool to see an Infamous movie.
Oh, really sorry to hear about the pyrotechnic accident on your set.
I'm ruined. My partners won't pay for new sets. Body Morphers is dead. I'll never work on this town again.
Relax. Make my movie, and you'll be the toast of the town all over again.
I'll need cash. A whole lot of it. But reputation is everything in this town. You'll have to keep...
So we need to get money without people realizing that we're stealing it. Now we have to go all the way back to the other side of the frickin' city. Everyone knows backtracking helps your scores for reviews. It's probably, well, no, Paper Mario 2 did pretty well, I think, even though it had a crap load of backtracking. Like in the 4th chapter of Paper Mario 2, The Thousand Year Door, if any of you guys have ever played it, which it's a great RPG, it's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. It just had a ton of backtracking in the 4th area of the game. And annoying backtracking through some of the most annoying enemies in the game, like the Hyper Goombas and the Hyper Clefs and the Crazy and Amazing Daisies. That was a tongue twister there. Anyway, we fly all the way back over here just to meet up with Pox. Well, I landed right on top of him. That was unintended.
The humans have recently invented a contraption they call the Automated Teller Machine, or ATM. You walk up to it, and voila! It gives you money.
That's stupid. No one will ever use it.
See if you can coax these cash machines out of some greenbacks to finance.
Pox, stop trying to get with the lingo.
Greetings, Automated Teller Machine. I'd like to make a substantial withdrawal from my savings.
I love this conversation.
Try something else.
Hand over the dough, Robo, and cough up some bread, or so help me, I'll melt your integrated circuit board into a puddle of green goo.
I seem to recall the proper ATM withdrawal procedure goes something like this. A human inserts a plastic card with a magnetic strip imprinted with their account information. The user then enters their birth date on the numeric keypad, at which time the ATM dispenses the desired amount of currency. Apparently, one must establish an account beforehand.
You mean I gotta pay the bank my hard-earned cash just so I can take some out? I've got a better withdrawal procedure. I'm gonna yank this freaking thing right off the wall and crack it open back at the socket.
If only it was that easy in real life.
I've been experimenting with an amusing new weapon that I call the Super Baller.
Okay, you have to hold down LT to make this work. Hold down the PK button to even, hold down the PK button to even be able to do anything here. So we now have the Super Baller, which is a new weapon. Oh, oops.
Now we can add bank robbery to our considerable list of crimes against humanity.
Yeah, crime against humanity.
Invigorating, liberating.
Okay, it's over here. Did it even go in? The Super Baller, hit RT to fire it, as with another weapon. It's very similar to the Dislocator of Destroy All Humans 2. And even though the Dislocator, as you guys already saw, unfortunately that got spoiled, but it does return. But yeah, the Super Baller basically bounces enemies around when you hit them. It's probably the 4th most effective weapon in the game, along with the Dislocator. They're both pretty similar in usefulness. It sort of depends on which one you like better, because they each do something a little bit differently with each other.
Go find another cash machine to heist.
Alright, we need to time stop here. And actually, in this case, it actually stops the clock. But you can withdraw during this. Thank God I healed. From what I thought I wasn't going to heal at all.
Bring the cash machine to the saucer, Crypto.
This video, man, we only got through one mission in 15 minutes. Honestly, though, quite a few of the missions in this game are long. Oh, oops, okay.
Now, let's get this cash to the producer and make me a furon.
Okay. Mission complete for 50,000 DNA. So next time for part 13, we will probably do the next mission. Although I'll also check to see if the challenge is available. So, I'll see you guys then.